Hey guys, Justin here, and I don't know if you can see me, it's a little dark. But anyway, let me just explain what I do in order to consistently make anywhere between 10 to 30% profits off of Tesla, NVDA, or SPY. So Tesla's up here, NVIDIA's right here, and SPY's right here. And what these lines mean to me, so that you just understand there's a lot of craziness going on my screen, but these are resistance levels. So red represents resistance, like major levels of resistance. And if you see like an orange, that means a level of resistance, and the green means support. Now this is for today, so obviously you have to adjust these lines accordingly based on the end of the day, but really what you want to do in order to trade this strategy, which is called the OBR, which is the open range breakout, is you want to wait for the first 5 or 15 or 30 minutes of the candles to make their direction. So in this example, which was today, I actually did two trades. One was the 5-minute OBR, which means that after 9:30 happened, I waited till 9:35, and once this key level right here broke, right, I then entered the trade for a quick 15% profit and exited. Then I waited another 15 minutes, and once this level broke, I then entered this trade for a full 35% profit and exited, and I was actually done for the day. I don't normally like these long moves are more for day traders. These don't happen all the time, so I don't trade for it all the time. I never feel like I missed out, right? Like if you make money, you didn't miss out. Like if you didn't make money, that's a whole another FOMO lesson. But mainly, that's how I end up trading it. Now, the couple key things you have to pay attention to for this strategy to work. First of all, you have to check out the pre-market, and in this case, this pre-market was broken pretty early, so that's a great sign. But you also have to look at the previous day close, which is here. Okay, so this is the low. This is the previous day close low, and this is the previous day close high. Now, for whatever reason, the reason why I created this level, this red line, is because this is resistance at this level. So I know that once Tesla came up here the previous day, it failed and then failed again. So this is why my line's right here. Now, when this broke out at 9:35, it didn't even touch this. So it was already heading down since this was very close to a level of major resistance. And then you can see that the previous day low was actually broken right here. So that's a great sign for a failure within the support level, which is why Tesla failed. Now, the news behind this, if you are living on planet Earth, you know that Elon Musk bought Tesla. He bought Twitter, and because he bought Twitter, a lot of his investors were shaky on him being able to focus on his main money pot, which is Tesla. So there was just a massive sell-off. Now, this doesn't always happen. Also, what you want to pay attention to is level of confluence. NVIDIA also, I got to get better at trading multiple stocks at once, but I usually like to stay pretty focused when I'm on one trade at a time. But also, this also works for NVIDIA. You can see that here was a pre-market right here. I created this level of resistance. As it came up here, it came back down, and again up here, and then came back down. So with the first 5 minutes, this also came down. And if you can look simultaneously here and here, this is all going down at the same time. So that's when I say levels of confluence. And of course, you want to use SPY to make sure it's also doing something similar. Because if SPY is near a level of support, then it can easily bounce on you. This is why you never want to stay in a trade longer than 10 to 30% on your given trades. Okay? So this is why I keep these here, but also when I get better at trading multiple time frames, I'm going to trade all three of them at the same time when they're all breaking certain levels. Now, this is for 5 minute. You can also do 15-minute OBR, which is you wait 15 minutes, so 5, 10, right, 15. And you see how this level then broke. Now, the reason why I chose this level, because this was a level of support for the previous day, and this was not the low. This is actually the lowest of lows, so I actually made a mistake. This is not the low of the day. This is the low of the day, which is why I was looking at that. So when that broke the low of the previous day, you can get a good sense that you're at least going to get this move. Now, for this to happen like this, again, this was major news. Do not try to be a hero and ride this, especially if you're doing Tesla, because Tesla could obviously go against you very quickly, and you can lose all those sweet profits that you gain instantly. Also, with OBR, there's a lot of other strategy that comes into play with that, but just to get you started, just to get your feet wet, I mean, you can literally start making money trading this strategy. And I'll show you why this always works. A lot. It works a lot. High percentage type of trade, right? But there's nothing that works 100%. So always go on with the stop loss in mind. And usually with my stop loss, I like to, for instance, if let's say this trade went against me right here. So let's say this 5 minutes, it started to go against me. I would use this right here as my close, right? Like I wouldn't want it to go past here. And if you're being more conservative, then you can just let it go the minute it starts going against your trade, because it's more of an instant gratification type trade. You're gonna know really quickly whether or not it works. But here, check this out as well. As you can see, this is the previous day. So what do you do for OBR? You set yourself up looking at the previous day. This is how I would set it up if this information wasn't given to me yet, right? First of all, right, I will look here. This is the low of the pre-market. This is the high of the pre-market, okay? And this is the high of the previous day. And you can see that it rejected off of here. So this would have been my resistance line for the next following day, which is coming up if I didn't know what was already happening. Right? And this is the low of the day, right? And what you do is once 9:30 happens, this is the first candle right here. So you can see that the first candle at 9:35 or 9:30 was an indecision candle. So if this line breaks and this breaks as well, because this is the previous of the day, this is going to be a good scalp. So as you can see, it came up and then came back down, right? So this still was you would have made 988, 989, 990. So this would have been a quick 4-point scalp, and it started to come back down. You would have exited the trade to make your money so you didn't get any slippage. So it doesn't always pay the biggest yield, but it does pay. Now, if you were to wait patiently, and you were to see this line break again, you can then enter the trade. But that's a little bit more of an advanced technique. But it does actually end up going, towards resistance before. What does it do? It rejects, right? So, yeah, and what you want to do just to feel comfortable about this is you really need to go back at least 20 trades in whatever stock that you're really interested in trading, and you go all the way back. So, like, for instance, NVDA, same deal. Like, if I didn't want to trade Tesla because I've been burned by it too many times, same thing, right? So this is the pre-market right here. This is the previous day high. This is the previous day low, right? And what you want to wait for is a break above. So here, if you do a 5-minute OBR, this would have instantly came up, right? 9194, 5, 6. Okay, so that would have been a quick 3-point move, but as you can see, it went down. So this is not a long-term holding strategy, which is why I say you're scalping this play. But, that's how it essentially could work. And for whatever reason, if you wanted to wait 15 minutes, so 1, 2, 3, this is 15, it either has to break under here, which it didn't, or it has to break above here for you to enter this trade, because it's now 15 minutes. So 1, 5, 10, 15, right? So what you would essentially be doing is you'd be waiting until this broke above. And as you can see right here, that's about a 2-point scalp, all right, that you would have made on your trade. So, you're looking at adding additional 50 to 100 bucks on that trade just from that one play. Obviously, there's other plays. And when you incorporate multiple different trading strategies into your trading day, you can have a very profitable day. So That's the ORB strategy, also known as the ORB. You can either wait 5, 15, some people even wait 30 minutes. Just make sure you have your stop loss close to the candle in which you made the entry for as your actual stop loss if you want to hold, or you can literally just have a predetermined stop loss number like 10%, 15, 20%, or whatever your number is, but you do need a stop loss. This does not work 100% of the time, but it does work 80% of the time, and especially with proper risk management, then you can see this as being a profitable strategy that you can consistently trade over and over and over and over again and make a good 10, 30% profits and grow your account this way. This is a legitimate strategy. And then you couple that with, the ABCD strategy, which is another strategy which I won't go into. You couple that with a red to green strategy, which I won't go into. But you know what I mean? There's just a lot of different strategies that you can use that will help you become a multifaceted, multidimensional trader, which you can then start leveraging techniques. But this is the technique that I use day in, day out. This is how I identify key levels for when they break, when they are available. And I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. But I'm pretty sure this is straightforward. I know my screen looks a little crazy, but I'm just not going to erase everything because it takes a while to get all these levels keyed out. But, that's the deal. So that's it. Hope you got value from this, and I'll see you on the next one.